Tired of being what you want me to be. Feeling so faithless, lost under the surface. Don't know what you're expecting of me, but under the pressure of walking in your shoes, every step that I take is another mistake to you. I've become so numb, I can feel you there. Become so tight, so much more aware. I'm becoming this. All I want to do is be more like me and be less like you. Can't you see that you're smothering me? Holding too tightly, afraid to lose control. 'Cause everything that you thought I would be has fallen apart right in front of you. Every step that I take is another mistake to you. And every second I waste is more than I can take. I've become so numb, I can feel you there. Become so tight, so much more aware. I'm becoming this. All I want to do is be more like me and be less like you. Become so numb, I can feel you there. Tired of being what you want me to be. I've become so numb, I can feel you there. Tired of being what you want me to be.
I'm almost dead. Shit. Yep. Oh, there. Hey everyone, back at you with another build video. Actually, today I have 3 builds to share with you. These are all AR builds, and these builds are for AR players. If you're a shotgun or SMG player, these builds aren't right for you. I'm mostly an AR player. I like to play medium to long range. My short range game isn't that great, so that's why you can see my clanmates videos about shotguns or SMGs. But for today, I'm just covering ARs. So ARs wise, there's 3 builds that I use. I'm happy to share all 3 with you. The last build I'm going to show you is actually a hybrid new meta build that I think a lot of people are using as well. So I'll walk through that. But of course, my main build is my old trusty Unbreakable Matador with Catharsis build. This is 6 blue cores that gives you 1.9 million armor for that survivability with that Unbreakable and the bonus armor from Matador. But everything else is rolled to double crits. So you can see here it's like the little update where I don't use Fox Praise anymore. I'm using actually double walkers for the damage to armor. And then also my gun has been updated to be using the new shield splinter. You do lose 1 mod slot, but it's the same as a FAMAS for RPM, and I believe hits quite harder. As you can see, it's using Perfect Optimus, which basically gives you 4% as you increase down to your mag. Okay, and then the gun is still Nemesis, so that's still always going to be at play for me because I like to snipe at long range when we are distant from folks. Okay, and then of course, Catharsis is always going to be nice for me because I need that survivability when I am fighting up close with my clan mates. All right, and then finally, Picaro Holster, which most people have used for quite many seasons now. That's going to give you that extra boost in weapon damage. Okay, and my skills are still Pulse and Striker Drone. I decided to keep these because I just got used to these. But you can see my other builds, I'll be using some other different skills. Just some stats really quick. It's not close to 50, but when you have the Optimist gun, you're going to have around 44 crit chance. You can probably give up some crit damage to get it up to 50 for the shield splinter, but you know, this is the stats that I have for today. Okay, so this is the old trusty build. Now the other one that I use when I want to hit a little harder and not have complete full armor is a 1.4 build. So this 1.4 build, as you can see, it's going to be hitting a lot harder because number one, it's using Kingbreaker, which is one of the hardest hitting weapons in the game, and it has perfect flatline for amplifying 20% to pulse enemies. The pulse is basically coming from my underbarrel with a link laser pointer that's enabled by the technician specialization. So, all right. And then of course still using Nemesis because this build's going to hit hard. Now the one thing that enables it to hit hard is that we are at basically 100% pulse resist. So with 3 yalls, you're going to get basically 100% pulse resist. You do need one pulse resist mod at 10%, so you're going to need to farm that. But once you have that, you're 100%. These, of course, are just red pieces to boost my damage. And you can see here I also use a decoy, right? So you want to be playing distant and not be visible, sort of like glass cannon, but not really. You're still using Unbreakable and you're using Vigilance. So, there's still some survivability if you do get pushed and not as squishy. And then Scanner helps because, you want to scan and then find your enemies and then do your flatline as well. So that's the build where I use for long range, hitting harder type build. And yep. And then the final build I do want to show is the latest and greatest. So this is using the Capacitor. So they buffed the Capacitor in this latest season with Project Resolve, and you can see here it's for my damage is hitting 129k at 700k RPM, and I've rolled damage to target out of cover on it, so you're gonna have to do that with some exotic components. But you can see here, like for every steel tier gain, you gain some skill damage, and then as you shoot more, you're gonna get more skill damage. But that doesn't apply here. This gun generally just hits hard with the damage to armor and damage to target out of cover in conjunction. Another one of the weapons that been updated in the recent patch is the RPK. RPK hits pretty hard now. Look at this, 133k at 650 RPM, so similar, if not higher than the Capacitor, with a slightly lesser RPM. And then for this one, I'm using Optimus just because we tend to go down in our light machine gun mag and get down to the end of the clip. Okay, so these two guns have been updated as part of the Project Resolve, and they hit super hard. What enables it to hit hard as well is the build. So I've kept the Fenris in this case because I do use AR mostly as my primary. But you can see here one piece of Heartbreaker, which is 2 pieces enabled by the Ninja Bike backpack, is giving you AR damage and LMG damage. So both your primary and secondary are getting buffs from this one piece, which is great. I'm still keeping contractors, right? And that's going to give me my LMG damage with some weapon handling for both guns and the damage to target or damage to armor. And then I have one piece Walker Harris because that's going to give me also damage to armor with the Ninja. And then also Picaro's holster, which is nice. I get a skill tier, which will boost my Capacitor. All right. So, and then of course Ninja, that enables it all. And you can see here I do have like a crit chance roll on this and a Crinchaz mod, and also a Crinchaz mod. So that basically gets my capacitor up to 50 at 135% crit damage. And then same for the RPK, which is slightly higher for crit chance and a little bit lower for crit damage. All right. So this is the build. I also use decoy and striker drone. It's firewall for the med kit. I've noticed in the DZ this hits really hard. You're looking at around 180 to 200k, whereas my my other builds are, you know, the main build is only hitting maybe 133. So it's about 60 to 70k crit difference in PvP damage, which is quite a bit. I think even with some buffs, I've been hitting 200 plus on both of these weapons. So this is what most people use now. It's the meta for the current weapons, especially for AR, but also the RPK. And I found this build pretty complementary to the synergy of skill tiers, AR and LMG damage, and overall just really tanky because you used to have 1.9 million armor. So. All right, I think those are the builds, and you know, that's the only latest things that I've noticed as good in this season. I'm really looking forward to an update, hopefully with new content, but that's just wishful hoping. So, yep, I hope you enjoy these builds. These are my favorite AR builds, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments. And thank you, and like and subscribe. Peace. Defender drone detected.